welcome to the Andy Dyer's Coaches Show. Coach, we had a, well, let me do the sponsors first. That's very important.
Come on.
Lake Russell Building Supply, Slapco, and McGee Heating and Air, and I think they've been the sponsor for us about as long as I can remember. So thank those businesses for being supportive of our athletic department, especially during football season. So, Coach, we have our home opener with Stevens County, and before I even tell the score, I've not seen, since I've been doing this, a team improve from one week to the next 1,000% like I saw this week. So accolades to the coaching staff and to the kids for getting better, because we played our hearts out. Had lost 21-17 to Stevens County, but we had a few things happen. The ball didn't bounce the right way. Had a few touchdowns called back, and you look at it from that perspective. We had a really, really good chance of coming out with a win.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm super proud of our kids and the way they competed and the way they battled, and it goes back, and we had this conversation Monday of we have a schedule set and you have an opponent set each week, and so we've got to get to the point where Elbert's not playing Elbert and the opponent, and so we had a few things that happened during the course of the ball game that are difficult for us to overcome, and so you just got to continue to work, eliminate those mistakes, and because you want the kids to enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Absolutely.
And so eliminating those things will allow them to do so.
Defensively, all I can say is wow in the first half.
Yeah,
they really had Stevens County on the heels, not knowing what to do.
Yeah, no doubt. And so we talk about game tackling, and we did a much better job of that. It's not a one-man show on a tackle. A lot of times everybody sees the highlight, and you'll see a player get up and celebrate like he won the Super Bowl, but that's not defense. Defense is 2 and 3 guys at the ball, and so we got to continue to create that mentality, and just provide great effort with that.
Coach, and in my opinion, we played tremendous defense. I mean, the defensive plan was good. You warned us about the wide receiver last week.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He is, I thought we had a couple of the best wide receivers maybe in the state of Georgia. My comment was these guys recruiting need to come to Granite Bowl. You could have had a couple of them with you, but hats off to that kid. From a couple of those catches I've looked at 3 or 4 times now, and I still don't know how he caught the ball.
Yeah.
But he did. But we had kids around him. We were there for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that's the big emphasis. Our 3 things on defense are, number 1, no long runs, be great tacklers, and then intercept the deep ball. And so, so that if we do that Friday, they probably have a goose egg.
And I think, Steve, we have Stevens County to 40-something rushing yards, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the front 7 did real well.
They did, and played really well.
Real proud of that. So we lose 21-17, but guess what? That's not the last game. It's not the region schedule yet, and we are improving. Very happy. Quarterback play. I see Brody maturing in his role. If he hits Jose, he probably has the record in passing yards for Elbert County. 1 pass. We talked about that earlier. So a lot of positives, and still got 8 more games to play.
That's right. And I think he had a great disposition throughout the ball game, and even after we threw the interception, I just looked at him and said, "We're going to get the ball back with a chance to win the game." And lo and behold, so the great thing for him is, hey, that actually happened, and
that's right.
So for him, it's just continuing to grow and seeing defense, just experience and understanding coverages and everything that goes with the position. It is literally the hardest position in sports.
Absolutely.
And so it's a growth process for him, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of it. So I just super proud of his mentality and the way he carries himself.
This is the Andy Dyer Coaches Show, sponsored by Lake Russell Building Supply, Slapco, and McGee Heating and Air. We'll be back to preview Wesleyan right after these messages.
Jose Rodriguez, safety and receiver. Baseball, fishing. Ooh, Mookie Betts. I can play the drums. Probably game-winning interception, Gordon Lee, because, you know, whole team celebrated, which felt good. Take the weight room more serious, because in the long run, it'll help. Probably my brother, you know, he helped me do, and he just helped me become more of a football player than I was. He helped me, like, I don't know how to explain it. He just always went out the way so I could, you know, do better. Jose Rodriguez, safety and receiver.
I'm Nicholas Rambert. I play tight end and outside linebacker. Proudest moment was forcing a big fumble in the playoff game against, was it Hurd County last year, or the year before, Windover. So. If I had any advice to give my younger self, it'd probably be just to take it serious, be more devoted to what I want to do, stop playing around, you know, get it done. My father, my biggest critic, he just always there. Yeah, for sure. My aggressiveness around the rim and in the paint. So, no, I might be little, but I can stand the bang a little bit. Definitely me, always. He got no chance. I'm Nicholas Rambert. I play tight end and outside linebacker.
My name is Marion Rambert, and I play tight end and middle linebacker. Gotta be my first varsity start at tight end as a sophomore. Togetherness, teamwork is valuable in anything. Gotta go with my dad. Through thick and thin, he's gonna push me to be better. Leadership is not always vocal. A lot of people follow by example, so I try to lead by example. Probably on the court, hooping. Oh, W, all day. W. My name is Marion Rambert, and I play tight end and middle linebacker.
Welcome back to the Andy Dyer Coaches Show, sponsored by McGee Heating and Air, Slabco, and Lake Russell Building Supply. Had our home opener last week, and now we got to go back on the road, and we're going to Norcross to, what's the mascot? Wesleyan
Wolves.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not the guy that researches and watches film like a coach does,
Right.
but that's him.
Gotcha.
He is. That's him.
Yes.
That's good.
So I rely on Marvin to give me inside information about what to expect.
Right.
So I don't know what to expect other than what I saw last year. Now I don't know if they lost a lot of kids, but they were a really good football team last year. We beat them here in the Granite Bowl, so kind of give us some insight of what y'all saw. on
So Coach Bridget does an awesome job. I used to work all-star games with him years ago, when I was in Gwinnett. And so we get to be able to spend some time together once a year around Christmas time to work our Gwinnett all-star game. He's a great football coach and a great man. His kids are going to play hard, anybody that's seen them play. And they're very well coached, very smart group of kids that he has. And so you can watch on tape. They understand what they're doing. And so, you know, as far as alignment and assignment, and so it'll be a great ball game. They got another talented quarterback. They got some really tall kids. You'll see about a 6'4", 6'5" guys across the board. And you know, so he's a big, tall coach as well. I asked him if he recruited this whole basketball team out there, because there's some big boys.
Well, you just made Marvin happy by even saying the word basketball, because he loves
absolutely.
basketball
I love it
as well.
all, but the one thing stuck out in my mind too, Coach, that you're up against is Coach has got a good memory up there. And what I know good and well, he's preaching fourth quarter in Elbert County last year, and what happened to us. And I can almost guarantee you that's been his motivation this week. You remember when we went to the Granite Bowl, and what happened to us in the fourth quarter down there, and we kind of outlasted them a little bit.
We did. And in order for us to do that again this year, we've got to get our run game going. You know, that's you got to be able to run the ball in the third and fourth quarter, and do it consistently, put good teams away. And so, you know, that's our challenge this week. We won't know till we get there, but we're going to put our best foot forward.
Yeah, Coach, and maybe this is not something we talk about and won't take it any further, but I've had a lot of people around town ask about our running back, our senior running back, and the injury he had. And I don't want to get into the injury, but you know, there for a while it was hard to talk a little bit, because I know how hard he's worked to get back with us, and I don't know if we can talk about that any. If we can't, that's fine.
Yeah,
We
so
can always pray
we'll
for
find
him.
out some information this week on his behalf. But yeah, there's not a finer kid in the country. Just an unbelievable kid, and
Yeah.
you know, obviously he's at this point he's upset and disappointed, as he should be, and but we'll see, we'll find out. You know, I'm just praying for great results from the doctor visits, and what's best for him.
Coach, I had just something I want you to pass along to him for me. Is I had that happen my sophomore year when I was playing basketball, actually, and one of our best players, one of our leaders, had it happen, and I mean, we knew it was bad. He wasn't going to be back that year, but I was just so hurt for him. And he looks at me and says, "All that means is you got to play harder." Mm-hmm. And he spent the rest of that year on me, every practice, and you know, sometimes you can contribute even when you're not able to be on the field at that particular time. And our kid strikes me as a kid that would probably be that kind of young man.
Yeah, no question. Leadership goes beyond just the playing field, and you know, so I count on him a lot, you know, each and every week. And he's one of those guys that when he comes into the weight room each morning, and when I get to see him just at school, I automatically get better just because he's there.
Right. Absolutely.
That's right. Well, this has been the Andy Dyer Coaches Show. Blue Devil Nation, I think my GPS said 1 hour and 34 minutes to Wesleyan. That's not far. It's like going to Athens and back. So get in your car and come with us and support your Blue Devils as we will travel to Wesleyan for the third game of the season. And we will see you next week. This has been the Andy Dyer Coaches Show.